President Biden visited Wisconsin today, announcing a $3.3 billion infrastructure aid, including $36 million for Milwaukee.
Our state Capitol Bureau Chief, Vanessa Kelson, was in Milwaukee for the president's speech.
The day after securing his spot as the Democratic presidential nominee for the 2024 election, President Biden visited here in Milwaukee. The White House says this infrastructure aid will reach more than 40 states across the country.
Look, the story of Bronzeville here in Milwaukee is one that we see all across the country.
The White House says this aid will help overcome the segregation created by infrastructure like highways, by building public spaces over them, creating new transit routes, and widening sidewalks for kids.
Everything we're doing is connecting people with opportunity, not disconnecting people from opportunity.
During the speech, Biden also called out former President Trump and Wisconsin Republican Senator Ron Johnson.
But let's be clear. My predecessor is an ally, and his allies in Congress, including your Senator Ron Johnson, who voted, he voted against the infrastructure law that funds this project.
This visit comes after President Biden announced his campaign headquarters will be based out of here in Milwaukee. He's expected to spend the night here before heading to Michigan tomorrow. In Milwaukee, Vanessa Kelson.
Vanessa, thanks. In response to the president's visit, the Republican Party of Wisconsin released a statement. It points to 6,000 manufacturing jobs lost in Wisconsin during the president's term and claims the state lost 455 dairy farms in the last year. It goes on to say the president should offer working families an apology for Bidenomics.
And Republican National Committee Chairman Michael Whatley also released a statement. It accused the president of more than $7 trillion in wasteful spending and nearly $5 trillion in tax hikes.